Okay guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We are trying to get these tanks into my truck. I already got 2 of them into the bed of my truck, and the other 2 are in the boat currently, so I'm going to take those out and put them in the bed of the truck. Okay, finally got the tanks loaded up. Now let's go get some breakfast with the wife. This is Scuba West. We made it. Finally made it to Scuba West. Getting the tanks filled. Like I said, I had to get them VIP'd, so we ended up leaving, coming back. This is inside of the scuba shop. It's always nice. It's always clean. It's not ever like super busy, which I really like. And they got, I mean, whatever you need, and I think they also do service your regulators. If they don't do it there, I know they can send them off for you if you have a particular brand that they don't service. And you can get your certification there. They got a pool outside to the right of that door. You can see mast, fins, everything you would need. We got the boat loaded up, the truck, we are ready to go. So let's go to the water. Okay, me and Dalton just had our first dive. We didn't film any of it at all with the GoPro. We just wanted to get our feet wet and kind of make sure that all of our gear and shit like that works. So we'll take the GoPro for the next one. I gotta say something. Yo. Okay, we're recording. Alright, this is going to be our second one. You ready to do this shit again? I'm going to go on top of this rope. I'm like, bah, bah, bah. There's no chilling. Call you that. So the depth that we're in is about 30 feet of water. The temperature today, I want to say it was a little below 80, like between 75 and 80, which is perfect for me. Whoa, watch out, Remora. So what we're trying to find is the tank that we seen. I did see it on my chart plotter, and I seen it on the bottom, and so I threw the anchor out, and I think what happened is we drifted back, and we never really caught anchor, and then finally when we did catch anchor, I thought the tank was going to be to the east of us, and in reality it was on the west side of us because the boat kind of swung around, the back of the boat kind of swung around. So it kind of threw me off a little bit, so we decided that we thought it was going to be on the east side of the boat. The boat was facing north-south, with the bow of the boat facing north. So we went in on the east side, and we're trying to kind of come around, make a big circle, and we wanted to go in front of the anchor line, and then ended up the tank was on the west side of the boat. But we're just kind of going around looking to see if there's kind of any other structure on the east side of the boat, making a pretty big circle. We didn't see too much on this side at all, really. But we did see a few fish, so we knew we were getting somewhat close to some kind of structure. Bang, you see me hit a Spanish mackerel right there. And I love Spanish mackerel. I love making like a smoked fish dip. And eventually I'm going to load up on getting a bunch of these Spanish mackerels and doing that. This Remora was messing with Dalton all day long. Didn't leave him alone at all. Every time he turned around, it was trying to stick to him, and he was just kind of getting a little tired of it. So Dalton had the camera right here, and you know, he's just looking at this. What are these things called? Sea urchins or something. So he is having a good time. I like that Dalton has the camera. Just makes it so much easier. I need to get a couple more GoPros, get different angles and stuff, but it was good. I'm glad that he had the camera. just kind of cruising along here, and just like that, we found the tank. I mean, we literally turned our heads, and bam, there it was. And as soon as we got there, I seen a little hogfish and sniped his ass. So at this point, I had left my stringer down. I threw it down before I got to the tank. And I shot that little hogfish, and I was looking for my stringer, and I couldn't find it. I know I put it right down right there so I could put this hogfish on it. And I couldn't find my stringer. And we kind of find out that there was a big Goliath grouper that was hanging out underneath that tank that came, and he must have ate my whole stringer and everything. I had a couple hogfish, that Spanish mackerel on it, and it's gone. So that's the only thing that we could think of, is that big old Goliath grouper came and got that stringer that I had. I knew that I put that stringer over there by that crab pod right there. So I knew it wasn't far, and it was nowhere to be found at this point.
Jet's going. You see that shit? You see that jet right there? Look at me. Oh yeah. Look how fast he's going. What the fuck? I lose my bond. I threw it down. Did you go by the road? Yeah, I threw it right. Yeah, they're in there.
And right here, as soon as we went down, that's when I spotted that Goliath grouper. I looked back and I was like, hey, do you see it? Right there. You can barely see it over there in the shadows at the end of my spear. And I darted after it. It might right come into frame. Yep, there you go. You can see it. There it is right there, the shadow of it coming right out of the that tank right there. You can just see the silhouette. I mean, and it's huge.
What? The ankle, right?
Let's say Dalton was hollering about the anchor, but I'm not certain why. I think maybe my old stringer was set over there by the anchor line. There you go. Now you can see it. Right in the middle of the frame. Dalton did a good job getting over there to it. They are a beautiful fish. But I ain't gonna lie to you, they are pretty intimidating looking. The biggest Goliath grouper ever caught was 680 pounds at 7 feet 1.5 inches. But they can grow all the way up to 800 pounds. The record was caught on 80-pound test, if you can believe that. The world record was caught by Lane Joyner in Fernandina Beach, Florida in 1961. So as you guys may see, Dalton's running low on air. I don't know, what was he at? Maybe 600, 700, 650, something like that. I don't know. And I think we determined that we were dragging the anchor. Somehow it pulled off that rock that it was on. And we went to grab that anchor to secure it a little bit better while we were down there. And as you can see, we're trying to secure this anchor a little bit. Whenever we threw anchor, it was hung real good. And then it dislodged that rock that it was on. And obviously it wasn't hooked real good. And in the midst of us trying to fart around with this anchor to get it back hung, we got a little visitor coming to check us out. And Dalton was farting around saying, shoot it, but there's no chance in hell that I would have shot at that thing. Now, I know I talked to my uncle, and you know them old wives' tales when they tell you that they're down in the Keys, and he said that he shot one of them Goliath grouper with his cousins, so he just held on to their spear guns and took it for a ride, and I think they put 3 or 4 spears in it by the time they were able to chase it down with the bow. And he told me that they are not good eating neither, at all. Real tough meat. And right now they're a protected species, but they were giving out tags for them that you're able to harvest them. But according to him, he said that they weren't good eating anyway, so I don't know why you'd even bother. And he said that they were also filled with a lot of worms too. At this point, we decided that that anchor wasn't going to get caught, and we might as well just ride the anchor line up and get back on the boat and call it a day.
Hey, what'd you do? Drop your fish? I think he did too. He had shit hanging out of his mouth.
Hey guys, yeah, all in all, it was a wonderful day. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to do it again. Checking out that army tank was really cool. Seeing all the life around it, seeing the Goliath group around it. I got to shoot a couple hogfish on it. And yeah, it was just a beautiful day. The water was a little chilly, but it was nice. When you get out, that wind hits you in with that water, and it's a little cold, but man, it was awesome, and can't wait to do it again. Can't wait for you guys to come and enjoy watching what we got going on, and on to the next one. So as you can tell, I got this one hogfish, and so you see me shoot other hogfish, and I think you've seen me also shoot a Spanish mackerel, and I had those on the stringer, and I threw it down on the bottom, and I knew exactly where it was. It was close to the anchor line when I got up to the tank, and I didn't want to have that stringer on me while I was shooting fish, and I was going to go back and put that other hogfish on that stringer. But what I'm assuming happened is you guys seen that Goliath grouper. I think it came around and picked up that stringer and ate the whole stringer with that hogfish and Spanish mackerel on it. So I was only able to get that one hogfish, and unfortunately the grouper, I think, got the rest.
I'm like starting going